Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray, and today we continue our Let's Play of Pyanodons, where we last episode tried to get wood up and running so we can get some syngas flowing. So, as we also noticed at the end of last episode, there was a very nice way to produce syngas from tar into coal gas into syngas. So, I'll kind of want to try and go for that this episode as well. Let's also get these fields up with trees just to get it to run a bit faster. I think that'll be a good thing to do. So now that we have some tar extractors, we might as well set it up somewhere and see how it works. Firstly, I'll probably just take the one we have right in here. So it is it's covered by the lead plates, so we might just have to move that one. Oh, you have? Oh yeah, that's nice. And Norway is quite nice as well. I went skiing there 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Yeah, something like that. I think 4 years ago I went skiing there. It is it's quite good. Normally, we go to what's it called, Austria to ski, but Norway was quite good as well. RPU there. Let's get a tar one down. That's a massive machine. Yeah. At least, and they're very different in terms of scenery. Denmark is extremely flat, and Norway's a lot more mountainous, which is quite cool. And as you say, Phil, Norway is extremely expensive. Everything is extremely expensive in Norway. It is insane. It's tar being produced. Should in theory mean, but the pubs are still closed in the UK. Well, I think pubs are somewhat open in Denmark at this point. What's called nightclubs are still closed. Those are a breeding ground for any kind of disease, pretty much, not just corona. So yeah, I think that'll still be a while before they will open. So let's do that. Can we hook you up to barrel tar? As that should give us a lot more input. And hopefully you can consume it get it fast enough. Let's just do one here on the side for now. And you'll just get an entire chest worth. It's fine. Because we can't have enough tar. Wow, has it been that long? I've gotten beer in the last 3 months. Not in town though. But yeah, there is author beer online. Are you not allowed to go to the supermarket yet? Supermarkets yet? Well, they never closed down in Denmark, to be honest. That's one of the few places that never closed. And that was actually quite nice. So my day-to-day life hasn't been that affected by Corona. True, if you can just order online, you might as well just get it delivered. And every kind of fast food delivery or just what's called grocery delivery have expanded quite heavily because of Corona. So they are in some ways quite good off at the moment. Quite well off at least. Let's see, pressure, gasifier, that just needs that pressure pump. So, gasifier. Let's try one just to see how good it is. We'll need to get whatever they put. You. Yeah, what is the internet? I've never heard of it. Go this way. Collector. Well, looking for the local radar. Get a bit of coverage up here. There we go. Now it should probably replace some of this going forward, hopefully, what I'm about to make. So firstly, we will have to get one of you, always. Put you in here in the middle for now. You'll take, of course, tar out. We can always go get more tar. That is not gonna be that big of a deal. How to get the gasifier. Oh. See, what can you do? You can make this one with pressured air. That does mean we'll have to get this in. How much does it use? 250 every 3 seconds. So that means one of these can output 250 a second. So one of these can supply 3 of these. Let's just make, wait, the same crafting speed. 1.5. So you can actually supply 4.5 pretty much. What if we just make 4 gasifiers? Just to have some kind of reduction. Ooh, can we fit that many in? Should be able to. And how much pressure air to need? 50 every 3 seconds. One of these produces. So it's a 1-to-1 pretty much of these. That is actually quite nice. That makes it a lot easier to set up. Because that way we can just do, let's see, you'll stay right there at a 1-to-1. And you'll just kind of jump like this, going to these. That's going to give us 2 out. You'll of course have 1 right there. Here, and we'd like to move you up into the corner. I think that'll be the best. So something like that. But in theory, what if we do this? Can we then fit in the barrel in process? Then we can do the barrels in. Right there. That's nice and compact. True, Phil. Youngsters. Everybody is young compared to us too. Let's see here. Go and get some of you. 3, 4. That means we can move you up into the corner. And hopefully we can fit in 2 more below. Would you look at that? No problems whatsoever. Gasifiers. Oh, they were made. They're just going somewhere else. So there we are. That is all the things in we need. We have 1, 2 slots open over here. So we'll have to get the items out of over here, and that is completely fine. Let's do this. 1, 1, 2. That will very easily hook up as needed. We can remove that one, that one. And then we need to barrel 2 things and do an overflow valve as well. So 1, 1, 2, 3. We can do something like that. And then we can always expand it out if needed. But that should at least give us some of the processing we need. So you'll be the coal gas. Please fill that, and you'll be the flue gas barrel. That means we'll have to do that there. Getting barrels in, you'll jump to there, you'll jump to here, go that way. Oh, that's not gonna work. Down 1. Something like that. I'll get the output from these, they'll go into right here, and that will start to produce these 2. And then this one can be used to make Syngas. Oops. Tar. Get 100. We need this one to run quite quickly, and we should have all of that in storage with no issues whatsoever. Then we just need a few overflow valves around the place to get things up and running. That's all of these. That's ash out, that is starting to move down here. You'll probably need 2 inputs. We have to actually do something like this. And something like... Or that might not be needed, we probably just need faster inputs. So 1, 2. And let's test the theory. If you can do that one. Then 1 over here, and that will actually do it fast enough. Yeah, it seems you can bypass this one like it did a few episodes ago. And just throw it directly in. Of course the output is wrong then, but then we'll just do 1 for the output. And that will bypass the limit on that one. 100 doesn't seem like enough here. Let's get 200. If we even have that in storage. Let's try. Look at that. That was a ton of coal right off the bat. Blue gas. Do we use that for anything yet? Not quite yet, so we'll just do an overflow valve for that one. Overflow valve into... You can collect ashes. I'm guessing we can't throw in... let's make one to test. It has to be materials, of course. It can't be gas. Because I wouldn't have any... What's it called? Materials left to take out. But we can do this now. Overflow valve. Just right here maybe? That'll be fine. There is some way to vent it. Right there. That is slowly getting all the things removed. We just need that what's called ashes out. And that I kind of want to give an active provider. Not jam this up because ooh, that even keep up. That is a ton of flue gas. That's 400 every 3 seconds. This one burns off most definitely not enough, so you'll probably have to get more in. Do this. 2, 4. 3, open valve, 1, 2, 3. Might be a bit overkill with that many overflow valves, but and hopefully it will burn it off fast enough, and then we can start to take the ash out. Could also throw it into a buffer chest. Wouldn't that solve our issue as well? Then I can now take from the whole map. Maybe just putting in a storage chest for it here for now. You'll take ash. Then we'll do out into an active provider. Then again, we might as well just go out into a storage, into what's called a storage system. Let's do this for now. There, and there. Good, so that's a very nice setup we have here. Might want to give this an entire thing just to make it run as fast as I want to. Yeah, we probably need to upgrade it a bit if we want to get it to flow fast enough. That goes out fast enough. And it might be overkill doing this, but that is good. That is gonna make sure these run. That's all of them. They're consuming. That is our coal gas. That means that now we should be able to make a metric ton worth of syngas and tar can get recycled back into the mix, and we can get more ash out. I think this is the best process we could have done for this one, now that we have the rest of it done. So this process just needs coal gas in, but that needs 4 or 3 pretty much. Because we have double output, we have double input, so in theory we pretty much just have to take much of this one and copy paste over. At least in terms of the input at the top. It's made in a gasifier, that's a gasifier, 2 out, 2 in. Kind of want to take this and just shift it over 1. So what if we do this? Let's give this a try. Remove all the blue ones and place you here. Only thing we do differently is taking this part and let's just shift it over a bit just to see how much room we need. So right there. We'll of course change into this one instead to give us all the syngas in the world. And then we should be making syngas in spades. We don't need you this time though. That's fine. Oh, you are. Oh, it's because you are different. Yeah. So, inputs fixed. Oh, we can't place you because you, of course, are completely wrong in what you need. One, two, three, and 1 pump. just for the water. And then our entire base will start to come to life again. There, there, and there. Water-wise, yeah, almost nothing. That's fine. Here goes the pump. Pump out water, and voila. Then we just need a few things in. Request the chest. You'll of course get coal gas instead. Coal gas out. That means if it wasn't coal gas, that means the rest of this will start to work. Do we want to have an overflow valve on any of these? Don't think so. I'd rather do something else. Let's try and remove these for now. Here we could get some of these. That. And then we need to change you into Syngas. These barrels Syngas. That's perfect. Fuel barrel tar. You'll connect up. You'll connect up. You'll require a few chests, of course. Empty barrel. Give us 100 for now. If we even have that in storage. Because that way we should be able to. We just need to hook you up with some power. Please request gold gas, just 100. That will go in, that will activate that. That will start to produce syngas. Means the ash will come out down here. The ash we can use for the wood. And let's see when things get delivered, how this looks. Look at all the syngas. That means I should probably dismantle the old syngas over here that runs on cellulose, or at least disconnect it so it doesn't work right now. I think that might be a better solution than using cellulose. Because now syngas is being produced. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, we need an output. Need one, and the rest of these have what they need. Come on, place it down. There we go. That's going to produce this one at a breakneck speeds. Hopefully get delivered fast enough. It looks like it. All 4 of these are going. We have ash coming out to use for the trees. We have this being filled up and being used all over the place. Is it even getting delivered down here now? Not yet. I seem to be consuming quite a bit of it. And I can kind of stop that now, I think. Just let it be on its merry way. Hopefully it has some way of distributing it out in an orderly fashion, so all of it doesn't just go over here. That's right here. That seems like that might be slowly filling up, and the rest will start to go towards... Oh, that's lacking a bit. Don't you dare crash on me. Oh, that was a nice big lag. There's something going down here now. Yes, perfect. Things are getting delivered around the base. How's our tar looking? Tar barrels are still filling up. Might want to go and grab these. Just to have a bit more of what we need. Didn't I put a radar somewhere? You can go there. Let's really explore the rest of this, and then we can go and get all of that. Because if you get that, then we should have enough tar to last us quite a long time. That's plastic. How much plastic do I have? 7. We're almost at the 20 we need to get going. Just gonna go down and give it a small helping hand and look at what... Whoa, that's a lot of trees. It seems like this has caught up quite a bit now. So maybe let's change this to something else. We can actually do this one now. Very nice. Trees are full. Go into that one as well. Here is all the trees you need. And that way we can get rid of all the ash as well. Let's just drop off all of this first. Typical. We fix one thing and then something else is missing. So let's just fix what we did last episode, and that was our wood farm that actually just now needs to get set up correctly. Because this produces 3 every 20 seconds, this one requires 3 every 40 seconds. Crafting speed 1 point something. Oh, so full is pretty much a 1, wait, not a 1-to-1, sorry, but 1-to-2. So this can actually supply... I have a very big surplus then. This can supply 8 of these. We might just set up 8 of these then. If we have enough for it. Some circuits for it, but... So 1-to-2. So if you place it somewhere where we just have direct insertion, that would be pretty much the optimal situation. Of course, me will have to move this around a bit to work better. But that will give us 6 logs out every 40 seconds. This one reduces 1 log every 8. So that's pretty much a 1-to-1. A 1-to-2-to-1. That seems somewhat right. That means this might be overkill for this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could just add them to water as well. Add a belt going out and down. Do that. I'd rather do this though. Let them do it. How about that? That gives us 1 output. That is much let down this way. Like that, and then we can get out, 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 out. Then just get an in these over here, together with the ash. But ash most definitely needs its own input. Yeah, exactly. There's no overkill in pie. Always build bigger. That is what I'm learning. I keep telling myself and then I keep forgetting. So I actually need to make more trees as well, probably. 2, 4, 6, 12, 18, that 19. We'll probably need more trees as well, but let's just get wood up and running first, because wood is something that's holding us back. So if this goes out this way, what if we then do Maybe just to insert right there. Kind of have room to move it in a bit, don't I? Kinda do. Do that. I can move it over one to the left. Then this will go in here, and then that will go out on the same belt as this one. What if we do this? Come to me, all trees. Then I'll like to move this part to right there instead. Would that work? And then we can pretty much snake it around if we want to. Can fit in 2 more below? No. Do we need to? How far up do we need to move it to fit in 2 more? Do it here. Can we then fit in 2 more below? And I can actually, in theory, move it down 1. Maybe here. That gives us enough room for the water, because then I can actually, in theory, do 2 with these logs coming out in the middle. I have to put it all the way down here. Then we could actually fly the log somewhere else, but let's try with this first. Just these 2. Trees for you. Trees for you. And in theory, then we only need 2 of these, or 1 of these to run. I just want to do the rest as a proof of concept. So you can jump from here to... or something like that, with this one going in that way. And you'll just continue on, and you'll continue down this way. Wait, let's remember the top one here as well. Go that way, please. So that goes in now. That is perfect. Otherwise, we could probably fit in 1 right here. Here and there. Then we have no room for... oh wait, we do. We can probably do it up here. Input for the ash. So water we'll just do there. I don't know why I keep making it this compact. There's no need to, but for some reason I want to. These will just be... Could I put this to the network instead? The last 2. And all the top 2 goes into the 4. There might be some way to do it, in case I want to use saplings somewhere else. But let's see here. You go in, you have it, and then we'll just do... yeah, come to me please. You can go... maybe right here should give us enough room for this one. 40 seconds craft, that means that these are more than enough. No, that's just this one. It'll be right. Yeah, might be good. And everything can jump as intended. So let's see if we can't get this to make our logs. I think that is what we're gonna be doing in just a second. And you just need this one to process it, and it's a 1-to-1. Maybe do 4-4-4. So instead of having this one, what if we remove this and just added in 2 more of those? No, we'll use this as output. I'll check one thing. What are they called? Seedling. Can't I find it anywhere? Am I blind? And let's check what then. Oh, it's because that's weird. It doesn't search correctly for this one. It's use of things going forward as well, so we might as well just leave some of them to be able to use around. Oh, we can go to biomass as well. So let's just keep these as extra surplus, and then we can actually do something like this to get the rest to in, with the output on the opposite side. Like for you to jump just this little thing here. It's right. Same we'll do down here. And we can actually reach. That's very nice. Just need the engines. That I can get. So, wood farm almost done. Should save us a lot of hassle in the future. Kind of want to dismantle this one. Do this for now. Let's dismantle it. Cellulose fiber is better used some other way. So it did its job, got us to the next tier, and that was actually the most important thing it could have done. Up priority in this way. One, two of you, please. That means you'll activate. I should have just enough trees to make it. That means I can do 1-to-1 out into wood processing. And then we should be somewhat good. Just connects up just barely. Oh, I still need... Oh, I have the ash enough here. Just need to do that down here as well. So we'll just do it. Right here. I'll jump. And this one down here, have it at the bottom. So that's fine. As ash in, the water is going in as... Oh, I misaligned something, didn't I? I did. There. There, and there we are. Here is... Oh, it's 25. Well, I'm missing 1 to make this run full speed. Well, ain't that just typical? Just change you for a second to make some more trees. Just for a little while. Goes in, goes down, goes in. Makes what we need. I just need 1 more tree. Then we have the logs we'll have to get out into one of these at a 1-to-1 ratio. 8 seconds, that means it's about 40. A bit of a surplus, but that is that's fine. $25. You are missing water. Didn't I fix the water right here? There we are. Okay, I think this setup is somewhat good. Yeah, thank you for that, web. I just noticed myself why it wasn't running. So that means we should do 4 wood processing. Then we might have a little surplus, but it's not that much. Oh, that requires tin cable. I should just request those instead then. Tin cable, come to me please. So I don't handcraft that much. Oh, I love having them all. That makes things so much easier when doing this. That's fine. Oh, that's not enough yet. I have to wait for the tin to get delivered. There we go. 3. Much better. And now to line these up. 2 should be enough. Could give it 1 out for the surplus. 2, it is a production hub. That could actually be a better thing than a mall. I'm just used to calling it that for many years now. So what if we do... What is log used for? Oh, it's used for biomass as well. Let's be honest, let's do this. I think that actually might be a good thing to do. So we actually do somewhat the same thing we did over here. With these 4. So, sawmill. Line up at the bottom. 2, 1, 2, 3. Is that enough? Let's test this one up here. You would output right here. You would input here with one of these. And you would then go down that way. Then in theory I should be able to place that in the middle of all of these. There we are. Just drag a few belts up this way. Now that I have this, these should be able to collect all the logs we need. They will go in. Was up priority there. And the rest will kind of go into a storage down here at the bottom that can hold what's called all of the surplus we have. We can only hold 2 at a time. How can we... That's a bit of an issue. Then we'll get too much out. If we do this, since it only holds 2 at a time. That is a bit annoying. We could try and just see how it goes. We have to have the wood circle and go back up here. Go into... It's going to give us 5 every 8 seconds. This should most definitely be able to support that. What if we just do something as simple as this? That is producing wood. Not the best way, because we are having the issue that a lot of it will go somewhere else, unless some of it will be buffered right here. Looks like we have some there, but let's see. That is at least the wood out. That is the main goal for now. There goes the wood. That's gonna go continue over this way. We'll of course continue this way. We'll go down as planned over here. In and into this one. Oh, wait, yeah, into this one with the surplus that doesn't go into that one. And that way we have wood at a surplus going into the network. Have a nice little wood farm here. And then we'll have a surplus out down here with all of the excess logs we have going through. So they might not be running at full speed, but at least then we have logs that's able to be used somewhere else. Oh, it is consuming all of it from up here. It's just buffering the rest, so it should be fine. We should have a small amount going down here to use somewhere else. And that is wood automated, which is quite good. Plastic is not moving because it needed that last thing we kinda tried to fix but didn't get completely fine over here, it seems. That is still the black liquor that is holding us back. But at least the wood is solved now. And that's just because this wood is not really being consumed. Oh, that's just me struggling a bit. Where's the encoder that's messing about? Raw fiber. Oh, we're just missing wood for that probably. So now that we have wood, that should kick off the raw fiber again that we have right here. At least at some point. Then hopefully we can get some process going. Let's see. Yeah. Luckily, all the wood is being consumed by these. Going out, going into here, and then continuing. So that is quite nice. Quite nice indeed. So I'm quite close to ending this episode. I just might want to see if there's some way we can increase this black liquor. Because that is actually one of the things that's holding us back right now. And it seems the only way to get it is doing this process. Which is just lacking wood at them. That is quite a lot that's locked behind this one. In case, since it's used for plastic. That should be probably another way to make plastic going forward. At some point we'll get something that's a bit better, but right now this... Oh wait, this can of course be made some other way as well. For processing 2, that's a bit too far in. Yeah. Something. Oh, creosote can go directly into it. Oh, that's a much better recipe. In our tar processing unit. That's a much better thing. Let's see here. Tar processing unit. That means that this is fine, but it's just making that one, and the rest is going to be used for making creosote oil that goes into making something else. Let's just check it right here. Yeah, pretty much these two goes to 80. 3 seconds. That means we need a few to do this. Let's just set that up as the last thing this episode. think that will be good. And I think we can quite easily or quite quickly do it without much that many problems. Let's see here. Not, we might do it in the next episode because tar is fine. We can always go get more. We have fields with it. So every 1 second you'll produce 80. This needs, or every 3 seconds you'll produce 80. This needs 150 every 2 seconds. So it might be something like this. Wait, all the way around. I think if we do 2 of these over here, then 1 output here for that one. How'd that look? That means to do 160 in 3 seconds. This requires 150 in 2. So I might need 33 of them. That's 75 a second. This one produces then 50 something a second. Maybe 3 of them will be the best ratio to do to get it almost running at full speed and then just get things flowing in. Yeah, let's do that. I don't want to wait till next episode to do it. So just give me you for now. We'll give us that in. I'll start to request. That means that these can be moved just over here. Get a third one as well. And you'll be just an output somewhere out here with all 3 of them. And right here we'll just make this output here for the creosote oven. It is at least nice the further we get down this ModPack, things get more a lot simpler because you can do a 1-to-1 on most things, on a lot of things. You're empty now. That means I can remove you on all the blinking. Move these into the network as well, and you'll make that one. You power poles there and there. Do that because it looks nice. Looking at that's a ton of aromatics. That just needs this little one here to take them out. Take that part. That's empty, so I need to want to fill the aromatic. Right here. There we are. That was the one I was looking for. And take you and place you. Move it over here. We can just keep it right. Let's keep it right here. Could also get the creosote out, maybe. Do that actually. What if I actually do this and do want to do that? That would be very helpful if you had 1-to-1 recipes for something at least, because that's easier to manage with these. But let's hope that this gets set up correctly now. So you'll be creosote for the network. But as a very important thing, if I want to take this creosote out, is that I only do it with an overflow valve. Otherwise, we will be in serious trouble at some point. Because I want this to take the most, and then anything surplus goes into barrels and get added to the network. That is how I want this one to work. And that's again to make sure we don't or use whatever we can, but without taking away from its primary role. So we do that, connect you up like this, Look, now it's going, making some of this for the network. And as soon as it drops around 80, it stops. And then this one can start consuming again. And there we are. And finally, a ton of this being produced. This one is not making that many. But this is a very nice little cell, making sure that our plastic will now start to produce at a very, very nice speed. So I think this is a very good place to end this episode. It will probably also be the end of the stream. I've been streaming for a bit more than 4 hours. No king, I'm not working on plastic anymore. I finally got it up and running. Just got done with the tar to creosote to aromatics. So plastic is finally sorted. I had to do a few steps, probably in the not most optimal way, but now at least it's looking much better. So now this should be producing as we need it, because we have a ton of syngas, we have a ton of aromatics. So that is exactly what I want to see. But as I was saying, I'll end the recording here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please remember to like the video and hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And come join us on Twitch. We have the mod makers here as well. It's always nice to get a bit of feedback and to have somebody else watch me fail. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.